morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Market cap is 218 billion. Just saw a massive increase. I saw it happening when I was going to sleep last night. And lo and behold, Bitcoin is back up over 7,000. Bitcoin Cash been steady at about 12 to 1,300. Right now it's 1,233. The volume has lost, Bitcoin Cash, it's still absolutely massive volume if you're talking about where it was just a week ago. However, it is not nearly as high as it was, sitting at about 1.3 bill. However, Bitcoin seemed to have sustained that high 24-hour volume, sitting at around 4 billion. A lot of politics right now with Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash. If you haven't, go ahead and look through the channels, look through the YouTube channels, and basically you'll start to see the divide and where people are at and who's with Bitcoin Cash, who's with Bitcoin, why they don't like each other. It's very important. So what I do is I play both camps. I put myself in the Bitcoin Cash camp, and I'll act like I'm forced, like, I this is my coin, and I'm going to try to pick apart Bitcoin, and then I do the same with Bitcoin. I get a Bitcoin, I act like this is my coin, I pick apart Bitcoin Cash. I play devil's advocate with both of them. And that's just basically what I've been doing. Yeah, Bitcoin, a lot of these alts are starting to find their own legs, basically leaving the Bitcoin womb, but it's still, Bitcoin is still very, very massive. We're talking about the money of the world, and it's going to be amazing and very, I almost like to peek into the future and think, where's Bitcoin going to be? Like, is this really going to be the world's currency? Is it going to be like Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, some other coins, and then the government just tax them, or the government's going to come out with their tokens, so to speak, their tax tokens, basically, their fiat-backed currency, where they only accept this for taxes or something. Because if they made a fiat-backed currency and they didn't make it to where you needed to use it for anything, like if they would accept other cryptocurrencies as payment for taxes, then I don't see who would use it. I'm not sure, it's because it's not going to gain value. It's backed by a declining asset. I don't see why anybody in the real world would really use it. And the one thing Bitcoin Cash did do, what did it do? It brought all the haters out again, man. It brought all these people out, oh, Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that, there's going to be a new Bitcoin. One of the most cringe-worthy email subscriptions you can get is to Wealth Daily. Oh my God. Get a fucking email subscription to those guys. And if you just want shits and giggles, these guys are just so full of crap and everything they say. And like, I think the other email I read was, the new Bitcoin has arrived. And then they actually get this, they're actually saying, we found a coin that's actually going to be better than Bitcoin in the future. And they actually made you click a link. The fucking sorry bastards wouldn't sit there and tell you it was Bitcoin Cash when it was so obvious what they were talking about. And you click the link, and of course it was Bitcoin Cash, and they give you all these stupid reasons that have nothing to do with anything. It's very, very, and then, these guys get like 1 million upvotes and everyone loves them, and everyone thinks, just because, I don't know, I guess if you don't know anything about cryptocurrency and somebody, from Wealth Daily comes in and talks about cryptocurrency forks and the future of Bitcoin, you might believe them because, you don't know anything. But, to OGs like us, even though I haven't been in the game that long, 5-6 months, but, I'm definitely OG status stunting on them compared to these other people when it comes to reporting. There's a lot of bullshit out there. I've already said my piece about Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash. I'm keeping my ear to the railroad. It's very important for the future of crypto. Ethereum, steady. Everything else, basically, altcoins had their nice rush. If you listened to me yesterday, I was saying like the door was open and Dash got free, and then EOS snuck out, and then everyone else just started to. And you started to see everyone. A lot of double-digit green. You're seeing a lot of people just starting to head for the doors. And then what happened? Bitcoin started to go up in price, and now you're starting to see, they're still double-digit green, but you're starting to see them go from double to single. EOS was in the 33% last night, and then you're going to start to see the ebb and flow with the red. I'm not really playing any games with the alts. Like, I'm not. All right, so if I didn't have much money, yeah, I'd be playing the game. I would be saying like, okay, trying to take every win I possibly could. But right now, I just don't want to fuck up. I'm not trying to sell Syscoin and then it moon, or I'm not trying to sell a certain coin and then it moon. Like, they're just, I don't know. Like, I just feel like it would have been really easy for me to have done that so many times, short sell myself, and I'm just not trying to play that game. Also, watch out for the hacking, man. There's a lot of hackers out there. I keep my shit in cold storage. Cold storage. Safety security, safety deposit box, multiple, fireproof, all this. I don't fuck around. And then I have my money on my hot wallets, but I've started to divvy up my money from my hot wallets. Like I keep some on a blockchain.com. Then I keep some. I'm moving away from Exodius. A lot of people are saying bad things about it. There's a lot of, if you just Google the hacks that have been happening, I'm not quite sure what's going on, but it doesn't take much for me when you're talking about my security, even for my hot wallet. So I'm in the process of trying to find a really good hot wallet. I actually downloaded any kind of altcoin wallet. I have it on a computer offline. The computer never touches online. Make sure your 2FAs are on separate phones than you use. Don't fucking have your 2FA on the same phone that you're, logging in all your other accounts with. You have a fucking throwaway. It's not a throwaway phone. I got 2 phones. There are 3 phones, actually. I got a backup to my 2FA. I got a phone just dedicated to 2FA. I get on my 2FA, different internet provider, log in, then immediately go into airplane mode. I don't fuck around. You don't leave this shit online. Like, people, that's the thing. People don't understand how easy it is to get hacked until you get hacked. And then they're like, oh, fuck, now that matters. Why build up an empire just so it gets hacked? And even if you, like, it's all relative. Money's all relative. It doesn't matter. You have to think of what you have and what matters to you. And if you lose X amount of dollars, if that would cripple you, then that's a lot of fucking money to you. And if it's a lot of money, you should take precautions and not just be like, dude, dude, there's a lot of people out there that are just very insecure. They're just, just have it all on their phone, their 2FA. A lot, if that's even they have 2FA. I'm giving a lot of people credit. I bet a lot of you don't even have 2FA. If you don't have 2FA, you're just a sitting duck, like, for real. That's just an absolute must. But to have it on a separate phone, just always have different passwords. Have long fucking passwords, people. Get yourself get some kind of key lock or a file locker. Keep your passwords that you need access to on a daily basis in a code protected lock file. Or you can keep them on an offline phone, right? But a lot of people aren't going to type in a long ass address that they can't remember, because you want a long password. You want an encrypted password. You don't want just some bullshit password for your main accounts. Always 2FA. So just saying, I don't want, security is absolutely paramount. Like, don't get ahead of yourself. People want to make all this money, but you got to be triple double, and that means you can't just be good at one thing. You gotta cover all the bases. You gotta be security, right? And then you can learn about investing and all that. But step 1 is security. Don't get fucked. There's a lot of horror stories out there, man. Like, just heard somebody just got fucked out of a lot of Bitcoin. So just want to be careful out there. What am I doing, man? I'm fucking just chilling, plucking alts. It's a day-to-day basis. People who keep running these charts, talking about bear. It's so fucking funny, man. It's so annoying. Like, I was looking at a bunch of YouTube videos because that's what I was doing, data mining. Everyone's talking about, oh, Bitcoin bear market, Bitcoin bear market. And then it goes up to 7,000. The same motherfucker is Bitcoin bull market, Bitcoin bull market. It's like, you can't call a bear market and then a week later say it's a bull market. Like, that's not, you. That's why I hate those terms. I hate the mindset, the cookie cutter mindset. I just, like, it's day to day, man. We have no idea what's going to. The news is what changes these coins. Like, anything can happen. If, like, imagine if just, like, what happened. Russia's coming out saying ICOs could be a possible good investment. Russia's kind of fucking crazy, right? They're kind of teasy. They come out and say, oh, we might do this. We might do that. Like, oh, ICOs might be for terrorists. But they also might really good, investments. So it's just, they're all over the place. But overall, I like the news coming out from them because it's more positive than negative. I think China is doing what they do. I think they're setting up for their thing and going to unload the floodgates all at once. That's what China does. China doesn't fucking tiptoe in. China's just going to be like, all right, it's all, off with their heads. Or it's going to be like, let them free and give them homes with lots of land so they can live prosperously. Like, that's what China's like so polarizing with their things. I just think like they're going to come out and they're going to be like super pro crypto in my mind, because it's the future. They're not stupid. And look at what's happening in Japan. You know, that's all you have to say. Japan is just running away with it, and China's just not going to let that happen. This is all my news. Obviously, if you want good China news and all that good stuff, there's a lot of good YouTubers out there. You know, Box Mining is an OG at that stuff. But basically, I'm just really keeping my ear to the railroad. There's a lot of good buys out there. No Limit Coin's like practically free right now. With all the news coming out, I like to get back. Like I said, I like to get behind coins that I know what's happening. You know, fantasy football, fantasy sports. The team is there, pressing forward in a growing market. Those are where I put my bets. Like I could have. That's the thing with every freaking altcoin. Like you could have, you know, you could just easily dump all these altcoins because not a lot of them have really been doing a lot. Like, you know, Civic had its up run, but then it just kind of died. Same with Basic Attention Token. It's like, it's not just No Limit Coin, it's a lot of the altcoins. And if the new ones came in, but then they kind of settled out. But I just think that once the working products start coming out and once the use cases, the partnerships, all, you know, they, Basic Attention Token got what with DuckDuckGo, MyBit, they have their new website released tonight. Then, you know, they're going to get that platform. Just, holler at Spective. It's an ICO. Everyone knows I absolutely love Spective. ICO coming out in December. They have their ahead of schedule. They're going to have their platform launched with the it's basically like Periscope, but for for virtual reality. Go watch the, you know, Nicholas live. He hosted an interview with them, live Q&A. I did an interview with the CEOs, Dylan. Go look earlier on my channel too, so they're there. Lots of good information on Spective, but they're coming out their platform. A lot of good things that are coming out. People are in anticipation of Populous coming out with their, you know, actually seeing it in the passive income working. Just, I mean, a lot of, you got to keep in mind, just so 99% of these things don't have working use cases. That's another thing I love No Limit Coin. No Limit Coin is so ahead of the game. Like, people have been playing on it. New platform, people making money, winning connections. These things, you know, one of the biggest things. And another thing, people are really, they're like, oh man, I really want No Limit Coin on Bittrex. Now, I can understand that because you want, you know, quick money. However, I'm just thankful. Like, if I was to woke up today and be on Bittrex and the price was what it was, I'd be very sad, because it's like, if we would have already been on Bittrex during that altcoin fiasco with Bitcoin absolutely murdering everything, it wouldn't have been as good, right? We might be just a little bit higher now, but it's kind of like Neo too. Neo's not on BitThumb. It's creeping into the Korean exchanges. It's not even on Poloniex, which is another thing. I love seeing that shit because I know, okay, well, Neo has some growing to do. It's kind of like lifting weights. It's like, oh, I can lift a little bit more weight. You know, I got a little bit more room to go. You know, Poloniex, wow, that's going to be a nice boost. And then, you know, if they can get on BitThumb, they already got on CoinNest. That's a Korean. So you got on them recently. You just, you know, the same thing with No Limit Coin. You know, you get on Bittrex, you got the Bittrex bump, and then Poloniex. It's just, it's very nice. Binance, I love coins. That's one of the beautiful things about No Limit Coin. It's like, it has so much filling out to do. I love that. Like, when I love SafeX, don't get me wrong, and when they do launch their platform, that's gonna be great. But they're on Bittrex, and that's kind of a bummer, right? Because they're not gonna get the Bittrex boom. So I love coins. Like, dude, we're stunting on Yobit and Cryptopia, No Limit Coin. So, and people look at that as a bad thing. And I'm just like, man, it's just so beautiful because there's just so much equity to be gained when we do it. Inevitably. Like, you just have to bet that we're going to go on Bittrex. Like, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we be able to get on Binance? Just a lot of popular YouTubers have talked about us. Everyone, you know, really has a positive thing to say. It's obviously a hardworking team. It's not a gambling coin, even if that mattered. It's a game skill. It just wouldn't make sense that Bittrex wouldn't eventually add us. It's just a matter of time. So and that's what it comes down to, if you have any kind of belief. Like, and if you're like me and you know we're going to get on Bittrex, like, you know, just by virtue of consistency and never giving up, then you know there's those booms in the future. And that's a big fucking boom. You know, that's one of the biggest booms you can get when you get onto one of the upper crusty exchanges. And then you got all the sports being released. So just good altcoin to look out for. All these other coins, the list has just absolutely been tearing it up. that's the thing. It's time, right? It's the altcoins really don't have much holding them back. What is holding them back a little bit still is the Bitcoin Cash. You can think of it like a net. You know, it's like it doesn't stop you. You can still move around, but it's just annoying, and you're trying to get it off of you because people really, you know, they're holding a lot of their money. And a lot of people got burned on Bitcoin Cash when they were buying it. You know, a lot of bag holders for Bitcoin Cash right now, and they're not quite sure what to do with that money. That money could be locked up in altcoins. Look at all of this money, all this volume that could be in altcoins right now. So that's one of the reasons. But you're starting to see the altcoins where time was just like, hey, you know, IOTA's finally showing up. You're starting to see these altcoins just boom. And I wouldn't, you know, it's just going to be kind of like now with Bitcoin going up, you're starting to see the motion patterns. Some of the altcoins are down, some of the altcoins are up. Anytime you see, and you know, especially in the top 20, you see like it looks like Christmas. You got double digit green, you know, you got red, green, red, green, red. Just it's kind of like choppy waters, right? So it's a really good time for trading, but it's also a good time just to keep your eye open. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's the same thing, guys. Just really always keeping your eye on the railroad, right? You find your coins, get intimate with them. Know their price fluctuations, know what's a good deal, get a list of them, start collecting. That's how I do it, right? Just collect the coins. I'm always looking at the prices, setting lures, adjusting lures. You know, every day I go fishing, set my lures just right for the day, for the week, always changing them. You know, I'm not trying to get, you know, yeah, it's cool to listen to these people who are chart experts when they're breaking it down. You know, I can do the exact same thing. But at the end of the day, I think that's wasted time. I have time that I can, you know, my time's very valuable to me. And I think that it's much more better to listen to the news. It's much better to listen to the news. Get the connection. Try to get the inside information, as much of that as you can. That's what I'm going after. I'm going after info that really matters, because everyone knows that your chart is fucking limp dick when, you know, some news that you hadn't. If you didn't know about Segwit2x, somebody did. But if you didn't, then what the fuck is your chart gonna do? You know, imagine all the people who are charting Segwit futures. You know, oh well, there's a bull trend right here. I can tell you right now, it's a bull trend. No, it's a bear trend. And then fucking, oh well, no, it's not gonna happen because it was an inside job. No, it's not 100% fact, but could be an inside job. That's what I thought it was. And yeah, just basically, really, the news is what matters. Look at the altcoins, become intimate, and look for coins with a bunch of updates coming out. You know, just do the research, data mine. But yeah, I'm gonna kill it here. Cheers, peace.